Good evening. As the proud class sponsor of the Hohenfels Middle High School class of 2026, it is my honor to welcome you to this wonderful and prestigious graduation celebration. Tonight is a truly special occasion, where we come together to recognize and celebrate the accomplishments of these exceptional young graduates. Before we begin this evening's ceremony, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to those who made this event possible. To the teams associated with this facility, thank you for your cooperation and support. Preparation for tonight was truly a team effort that spanned the entire USAG Bavaria footprint. Mr. Chris Dole, our administrative officer, Mr. Jason Davis from the USAG Bavaria S3, thank you for working your behind-the-scenes magic to make sure this event happened. I know I wasn't easy to deal with this week, but I appreciate you. Thank you. To Ms. Murphy and the members of the Hohenfels Middle High School Band, thank you for providing the beautiful music that will set the tone for tonight's celebration. Mr. Lex Chernock, thank you for making sure that our family members around the world could tune in to this live feed. To Major Reynolds, Sergeant First Class Weaver, the JRRTC Color Guard, thank you for your service and for your dignified presentation of our colors. A special thank you must also go to the more than 30 educators who've poured their time, heart, energy, and soul into this class. Your efforts went far beyond the classroom, teaching not only academics, but life lessons these students will carry with them always. Because of you, they're leaving Hohenfels not just as graduates, but as citizens ready to take on the world. To Brigadier General Tillis, Colonel Kirkpatrick, Command Sergeant Major Wagner, Mrs. Lane, Mr. Lane, Mr. Martin, Dr. Romalia, Herr Graf, honored guests, friends, and family, your presence this evening underscores the importance of this important milestone. Thank you for sharing in this rite of passage. And to the parents, thank you for your unwavering support through your child's education. You were their first and most important teachers, and your love and guidance is reflected in the strong graduates we celebrate tonight. We're grateful for your partnership in shaping their futures. Before we begin, I'd like to share a few important reminders. While we're gathered in a football stadium, this isn't a pep rally. It's a formal and celebratory ceremony. Help us to maintain the decorum appropriate to the dignity of this event so that every speaker can be heard and every graduate's moment can be fully appreciated. Once again, I warmly welcome you to the graduation ceremony of the class of 2026. Thank you for being here and for playing a part in this unforgettable evening. And now, please remain seated and join me in welcoming the procession of the seniors.
My name is Jillian Obiamba. I am honored to have been a part of JRTC for 4 years. To begin our ceremony, please join me in standing for the posting of the colors and remain standing for the German national anthem, followed by the American national anthem, performed by the HMHS band under the direction of Ms. Murphy. Thank you. Please be seated. Now it is with great pleasure that I present to you our principal, Mr. Winner.
Good afternoon, everyone. Class of 2026, I would like you to take a moment to thank everyone who has supported you on your journey. So students, please stand and remain standing. First, let's take a moment to thank your families and friends. Let's turn around, find your family, and give them a huge round of applause.
Love you, Mom.
Okay, now let's turn a little bit to the right for the Hohenfels faculty and staff and acknowledge them and thank them with another round of applause. And finally, your classmates who are right next to you. Let's all recognize your accomplishments. Okay, everyone please be seated. Oh, class of 2026, you are amazing. There are so many things I would like to say, but I will be brief, and I just want to remind you of the 3 things that I am sure you will follow. The first one is hard work. Sometimes it's difficult, but if you find your groove, if you identify what you love to do, and if you wake up excited for what the day will bring, then the hard work will be inspiring and you will never give up. Second, be kind. Why? Because wherever you go, whatever you do, there will always be someone who needs a smile, a pat on the back, a reassuring touch, or a few uplifting words. Being kind will not only lift your spirit, but it could also change a life. And third and finally, take care of yourself. As you move into your next phase, you need to manage your health, both physically and mentally. Put yourself first. This will allow you to give your best to the people and causes you love. You have heard this from Connor and from El Mario every single day of the year. I hope you remember these words. Work hard, be kind, and take care of yourself, and also have an amazing next step in your life. Tiger Pride. I would now like to introduce you to our next speaker, Dr. Whitney Johnson.
Before we hear from our salutatorian, it is my privilege to introduce a young man who has made a lasting impact on our school community. Connor Landreth has distinguished himself both inside and outside the classroom. His accomplishments include being an honor graduate, a member of the principal's honor roll, a recipient of the President's Award for Achievement, a member of the National Honor Society and Mu Alpha Theta, participation in Model Senate, and earning the Trig Star Award. This year, Connor served as our student body president. Ms. Wood shared that he approached that responsibility with genuine commitment and worked hard to represent his fellow students well. Through his example, he has set a high standard for those who will follow in his footsteps. Connor also spent 2 years as a starting center back on our soccer team. Coach Streger shared how much his presence was missed after an injury kept him from competing in the European tournament. His value to the team was evident in the way he supported and influenced those around him. His volleyball and basketball coach, Coach Weston, said that Connor is a committed athlete and a passionate young man. He's willing to go the extra mile and always making others smile. One of his teachers, Mr. Sereno, shared that Connor was especially beloved by our 6th graders, who would cheer whenever he walked into their classroom. That kind of admiration is not earned through titles or awards. It comes from treating people well and taking a genuine interest in others. While Connor's accomplishments are impressive, what I will remember most are the many lunches he spent in my office. We often talked about his future plans, the opportunities ahead of him, and the goals he hoped to achieve. What stood out to me was not simply his ambition, but the thoughtful way he approached those conversations. It has been a privilege to watch him grow and to see the confidence with which he is preparing for the future. Connor's success is also a reflection of the support and guidance he has received from his parents. Their influence can be seen in the young man he has become and the way he carries himself each day. They have every reason to be proud. When I think about Tiger Pride, I think about students who represent our school well, who invest in others, and who leave things better than they found them. Connor embodies that spirit. He has made our school stronger, and he has done so with humility and purpose. As Connor prepares to begin the next chapter of his journey at Texas A&M University, I have no doubt he will continue making a difference wherever he goes. Having had the privilege of hearing him talk about his goals and plans for the future, I know he approaches that future with purpose, humility, and determination. While we are proud of everything he has accomplished during his time here, we are even more excited to see what lies ahead. Connor. Texas A&M may soon call you an Aggie, and you may wear maroon and white with pride, but you'll always be a Tiger. The values, friendships, and memories you've built here will remain part of who you are, and our Tiger family will always be cheering you on. Today we celebrate a student who has made our school better through his leadership, character, and example. Please join me in welcoming our salutatorian, Connor Landreth.
First off, I just want to thank Dr. Johnson for introducing me here on the podium, and we all thank you for being here today. It means a lot to us, and welcome to our 2026 graduation. And I do want to bear with you, speech is kind of long, so sit back and get comfortable. And so the night on Monday when we came back from the award ceremony, I had absolutely no idea what I was going to talk about here on stage today. So what I do best, I went to my cave, aka my room, and got on TikTok. Well, specifically, graduation speeches. Now, obviously, as you can tell, it didn't really lead me anywhere, but, you know. But in the end, when I thought about it, every speech seemed the same. Follow your dreams, work hard, and never give up. Well, and all it is good advice, none of it really felt like something I wanted to stand up here and say. So after scrolling for way too long, I eventually found myself alone in my room at 2 in the morning staring at the dark ceiling. And for some reason, the most random question appeared in my head. Nothing that involves graduation, college, nothing. So I Googled it. What is the average lifespan of an American? The answer stumps me. 79 years. Now, obviously, this is just an average. Some will get lucky and get more, some unlucky and get less. But 79 years. Think about it for a second. 79 summers, 79 winters, 79 springs, and 79 falls. When you think about it categorized like this, it makes you realize that our super long life isn't so long in the end. And for most of us graduating today, we've already lived about 18 of those years, so statistically, we have about 61 of those left, meaning 61 summers, 61 more Christmases, 61 more birthdays, and 61 more chances to make memories. And whether 61 years sounds like a long time or a short time for you, one thing is certain. It's not unlimited. After thinking about that, I was reminded of the saying that we've all heard of. You only live once. But honestly, I don't think that's the right quote. It seems kind of depressing, just reminding us that you're going to die in the end. Doesn't sound very appetizing. So I interpret it in a different way. You die once, but you live every day. So might as well live every second of those days to the fullest. And no, I don't mean doing something crazy every day, like skydiving in the weekends, or quitting your responsibilities and moving to a tropical island. I mean having the courage to live your own life, to take the risk, to go on that date, to talk to someone, to apply for an opportunity, to start that conversation, to wear what you want, or just to be yourself, which is most important. Because if there's one thing I learned today, is that a lot of people spend their lives waiting for permission. Permission to be themselves, permission to try something new, permission to even be like somebody else, permission to fail, or permission to stand out. But the truth is, nobody's going to hand that to you. You have to give it to yourself. And maybe, yes, you'll fail. Maybe you'll embarrass yourself. Maybe things will work out as you planned. But at least you know you lived it. At least you know you tried. Because honestly, I think the biggest regret that in life doesn't come from failure. Moreover, what comes from wondering what could have happened if you took the chance, wondering what would have happened if you spoke up, wondering what would have happened if you believed in yourself just a little bit more. One of the most recent events in my life that I think about for this situation is tearing my ACL and my meniscus. During my time here at Hohenfels, I played soccer for 2 years for the spring sport. I looked forward to everything, the practices, the games, and everything in between. And then in what seems like a single moment, it was gone. Instead of being on the fields, I found myself, I guess, limping on the sidelines, watching, admiring the game from a distance. And as frustrating as the experience was, it taught me one thing. It taught me how quickly things can change. How quickly things you love can be taken away. And how easy it is to assume that you always have another game, another season, another opportunity, until suddenly you don't. And that's when I realized it. So much is happening in life right now. Not next year, not tomorrow, not after college, not after we get the perfect job. Right now. The people around us, the memories we're making, the opportunities in front of us, one day, many of those things we take granted for today will become things we miss. And that's why right now deserves our attention. And when I think back to my soccer experience, I remember the quote from our coach. It was the day before a game, and everyone was nervous. You could feel it. Nobody wanted to mess up, nobody wanted to lose, and coach said something that's stuck to me ever since. He told us that the chemical makeup of being nervous is almost identical to the makeup of being excited. So if you're nervous, just be excited. The feeling, if you actually think about it, the feeling in your stomach before a big game, the feeling before a speech, the feeling before asking someone out, before trying something new, before stepping into the unknown, your body doesn't know the difference between fear and excitement. The difference is the story you tell yourself. You can tell yourself you're scared, you can tell yourself excited, but the feeling is nearly the same. The mindset isn't. And honestly, I think the lesson applies far beyond soccer, because standing where we are today, all of us are standing in uncertainty. Some of us have the future figured out, some of us don't, some of us are scared, some of us are not, or some of us are everything in between. But if we were to stop seeing the future as something to fear, what if we saw it as something to be excited about? What if it was something about what if instead of worrying about all the ways we could go wrong, we got excited about all the ways that we could go right? Because the future isn't just uncertainty, it's possibility. It's the friends we haven't met, the people that we haven't met, the memories we'll make, the experiences we haven't had, the versions of ourselves we haven't met. If we live scared, we'll spend our time hiding from opportunities, but if we live excited, we'll run right towards them. And from years from now, when we look back on our lives, I don't think we'll remember every grade we get or every assignment we turned in. We'll remember the risks we took, the people we loved, the moment that made us laugh until our stomach hurt, the memories that became stories, and the experiences that made us feel alive. So, as you live to here today, I want you to remember this. We are not guaranteed 79 years. We are not guaranteed tomorrow, but we all are guaranteed now. So enjoy it while you have it and take every second of it in. So do what makes you happy, because you only die once, but you live every day. Go team, thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2026.
Before I begin, I just want to apologize. I know this is about you guys, so I'll try my best to keep myself together. Got my Kleenexes ready. Some students just walk into your classroom and transform it. Brooklyn Clark is one of those students. I worked with Brooklyn for the past 3 years as her art teacher and coach. Everything she chooses to undertake reflects her critical eye, determination, and creative spirit. Brooklyn's unflagging work ethic and commitment to succeed served her well during her high school years, as evidenced by her many accomplishments. Brooklyn earned acceptance into the National History Academy in 2024, achieved AP Scholar with honors, and earned the Outstanding Academic Achievement Award from the AP College Board. She served as publicist for the Student Council and held membership in the National Honor Society. Brooklyn is also an accomplished athlete who participated in sports 3 years, lettering in volleyball, soccer, basketball, and softball. Brooklyn's formidable achievements earned her the Dean Scholarship and acceptance into Fordham University, where she will be attending in the fall of 2026. While I could go on about her numerous academic and extracurricular pursuits, our time together today is fleeting, and I want to take a moment to acknowledge the impact Brooklyn has made on me personally. This school year marks my 20th year in education. Many people outside the classroom assume it is the teacher who makes the impression on the student. In my experience, the opposite is often true. Brooklyn has been a constant presence in the art room, coming in during seminars and her free time to work. She dedicated countless hours to her creative endeavors, and I've watched her grow tremendously as an artist. Brooklyn has constantly demonstrated that an idea is only as powerful as the person willing to see it through. And she sees literally everything through. Her grit and determination inspire me, and I have no doubt she will be an unstoppable force as she moves forward. The art room will greatly feel her absence, and while I will miss her humor, wit, and company immensely, we are so very excited to see what she does next. It is my honor to present to you Hohenfels High School's 2026 valedictorian, Brooklyn Clark. Good evening, honored guests, families, faculty. Sorry. You got this, Brooklyn! And fellow graduates, thank you all for being here to celebrate this important milestone. Sorry.
You got it.
You got this, Brooklyn.
Okay, Brooklyn, you got it.
This important milestone for the class of 2026. I am honored and incredibly grateful to stand before you today as the valedictorian of Hohenfels High School's graduating class. And I apologize, my speech is not as long as our lovely salutatorians, but I hope you enjoy it. Before I begin, however, I would like to thank everyone who made this event possible. Mr. Reniger, Ms. Baxter, Mr. Dole, the PTO, and everyone in between. Thank you. Your dedication and hard work helped create a day that we will remember for the rest of our lives, and it is deeply appreciated. Over the past 4 years, my classmates and I have formed lasting friendships, overcome unexpected obstacles, and learned countless lessons. Of all those lessons, however, none has been more significant to me than the value of hard work and dedication. Ever since I was young, my parents have always told me, oh my God, I'm so sorry. My parents have always told me
that I had a natural aptitude for learning new things. While it's easy to attribute our own achievements and the achievements of others to natural born talents, doing so often causes us to overlook a far more important lesson. One, oh, I'm so sorry, a mess. Doing so often causes us to overlook a far more important lesson. One that I learned by watching my parents. The importance of putting your best effort into everything you do, no matter what it is. Whether it was my mom sacrificing her time and well-being for the sake of my family, or my dad's dedication to his work, this lesson was modeled for me in every aspect of my life. And for that, I am incredible. Oh my God. And for that, I am incredibly grateful. I would be remiss not to admit that I struggled to put those lessons into practice, though. In fact, I still occasionally mourn what could have been if I had not quit those tap classes, or t-ball, or gymnastics. Honestly, the list can go on. Eventually, though, I came to the realization that there's a unique sense of freedom that comes from knowing you gave something your all, even if it didn't work out in the end. This lesson has been especially meaningful here at Hohenfels. As a small school, we do not always have access to the same resources and opportunities that larger schools enjoy. Yet despite those challenges, our students and staff continue to accomplish amazing things. We succeed because we refuse to let limitations define us. We work hard and persevere when things become difficult. And while our efforts may not always receive recognition, I hope every graduate sitting here today can take pride in knowing that you gave your best. You did not take the easy way out. You showed up when the goings got tough and kept moving forward despite it all. And that feeling of peace and pride is the greatest reward you can ever receive. Because life isn't always fair, but when you know you gave your best effort, there's nothing left to regret. As we begin the next chapter of our lives, I hope we can all carry this belief with us wherever life may take us. There will be challenges we cannot predict and outcomes we cannot control, but one thing we can always control is the effort we give. If we continue to put our whole hearts into everything we do, we may not always succeed, but we will gain something even more rare. The ability to look back on our lives without regret. Congratulations, class of 2026. May you continue to work hard and live lives defined not by what you wished you had done, but by the confidence that you gave your very best. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Ileana Rodriguez, and I'm part of the JRTC. Brigadier General Terry R. Tillis is from Sanford, Florida, and began his military career upon graduation from the University of Central Florida, Go Knights, commissioned as an armored officer. He has served in several command and staff positions, which includes Commander, 2nd Armored Brigade Combat Team, 3rd Infantry Division, Fort Stewart, Georgia, 29th Commander of Operations Group, the National Center, Fort Irwin, California, Deputy Commander General of Maneuver, 1st Infantry Division, Deputy Commanding General of Support, 1st Infantry Division, and multiple deployments in support of the defense and interests of the United States. Currently, he is the Commanding General of the 7th Army Training Command in Grafenwohr, Germany. Brigadier General Tillis holds a Bachelor of Science from the University of Central Florida, a Master of Arts from the University of Southern California, a Master of Military Studies from the Marine Corps Command and Staff College, and a Master of Arts degree in National Security and Strategic Studies from the Naval War College. Please welcome Brigadier General Terry Tillis.
Thanks, Ileana. Well, this is an absolutely beautiful day. And as I think about this on the way in today, I've heard of a hype squad. I have literally never seen a hype parade. And then you guys have a helicopter literally on the parade field as you graduate today. A very special place and a very special community. I'm super humbled and excited to be here with you today. But I'm not going to talk about the last 4 years. I'll cover a few things that are in there, but I would ask you to please grab the envelopes that were on your chairs earlier today and just hold them. I'll use them there in just a second. But collectively for this class, it's 377 years. 377 years that you've been in school to get you to this point, but you didn't get here alone. So if you're a family member for one of these students, if you would, please stand up in the crowd. Let's give these families a warm applause. Thank you so much. And for the families, thank you for your investment, not only in these students, but what you do each and every day, and the sacrifices you make for those of us in the uniform. A lot of you are in the uniform, and we really do appreciate all that you do. But before I get rolling into the speech here, I did want to highlight a couple things. Connor, amazing speech, pretty hard to follow. Brooklyn, a lot of emotion. Going to be hard for me to follow as well, but it's awesome. Okay, for those of you that have your cards, that's personal correspondence from me to you, but one of you has 3 letters on the upper right. It says YOU. Could you raise your hand if that's you? Oh, congratulations, you're doing the commencement address. That's what YOU means you. You get to do it. What, you don't want to do it? Oh yeah, I mean, you could if you wanted to. You just read the words I have written down here, it'll be fine. Okay, hey, sometimes things can get a little bit stuffy, but we're here to celebrate, really enjoy this day. And for our distinguished guests, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today. And to the faculty and staff of Hohenfels Middle High School, thank you so much for your true investment, not only in these kids, but the 290 that attend this school. We really appreciate all that you do. Please join me in a round of applause for faculty and staff. For the 28 graduating today, the class of 2026, I'm honored to celebrate your achievement today. I don't need to spend 40 minutes talking about the last 4 years of your life. I could, but I did want to just start with one thing first. Thank you. Thank you for being amazing students, examples, and for all that you do each and every day. I know it's hard growing up in a military life. You sacrifice a lot, you move a lot. There's things that we ask you to do that are not normal to other kids. But it makes you different. It makes you a better quality product on the outside. And I'll tell you a little bit about that shortly. If you take nothing else away from this address, know this: you're invaluable. You're a priceless treasure to not only your family, but to our grateful nation. Representing the very best as we celebrate over 250 years as a nation, we truly appreciate you. There is only one of you in the world, and the world is better with you in it. Just remember that. As a class, you excelled in the classroom where 89% of you earned a GPA of 3.0 or better. 10 of you completed the career and technician education pathways, with one of you even completing 2 of them. 5 of you are so proficient in second language that you've earned a seal by literacy. But the success in the community here did not just happen in a classroom. You led this school to top 4 European finishes in tennis, wrestling, baseball, and brought home the title of both boys and girls European track and field champions. All of you have navigated life here in Germany as a military child, being agile and able to overcome any situation in any environment. I think we all saw that this winter. We had some sporty moments there. who was on a bus that may have stopped and slid off of a road. Oh, okay, you're still good though, right? Okay, just making sure. Miss Angela, we're straight. This level of success doesn't just happen. It comes from the grit, the adaptability, and character that you build every single day. And you didn't do it alone. You did it together in the community you built and you fostered. While all of you have grown up around the military, 3 of you are already in uniform yourselves. I want to recognize Aiden Boyle, Jonas Zaragoza, and Maisie Lorcher for stepping up to enlist the United States Armed Forces. A special shout out goes to Maisie, who's already on her next mission, on orders with the Air Force, and could not be joining us here this evening. Please join me in a very warm applause for these 3 amazing patriots. To the class of 2026, my charge to you is simple. You've already proven you have what it takes to succeed. The academic excellence, the European athletic championships, and the resilience you built in this tight-knit Hohenfels community. That wasn't just high school, that was the foundation of your future. As you step into college, your careers, or the military, you're bringing a unique life experience most people simply do not have. When you face the challenges beyond the classroom, you will thrive because you already know how to adapt and change. You are resilient. You will excel because you know how to lean on your friends and peers to work together to achieve common goals. And because you know what it means to be part of this incredibly close Hohenfels family, you have the power to build a strong, supportive community wherever you go. Be the leaders who bring others together. I'm humbled to share in this remarkable milestone with you. Your future is extremely bright. Please continue to be the light others need and use your gifts to shape that brilliant future that lies in front of you. Congratulations, graduates, and best of luck in all that you do. Train to win.
General Tillis also just made mention of this, but we want to take a moment to make sure we recognize one of our classmates who's not with us this evening. Earlier this week, Senior Maisie Lorcher departed for the United States Air Force basic military training. I hope that when she has a phone back, she'll get to watch this and see that we're recognizing her. She's currently preparing to serve as an airborne cryptologic language analyst, and we're incredibly proud of her dedication and commitment. And although she's not here with us tonight, she remains an important part of our class in this milestone celebration. So at this time, Dr. Johnson and Mr. Renninger will take the stage for the presentation of the diplomas.
I will now call our seniors forward to receive their diplomas. Seniors.
Get a Renner General. I'll do anything, all right? It's all good.
Silas Anthony Abaldo. This final year of school has pitted me against many challenges, cementing in my mind the importance of family. Without mine, I would never have made it. Thank you. Krista Renee Allen. Daughter of Gary and Melanie Allen. I want to thank my family for supporting me and my friends for helping me stay sane throughout high school. Shout out to percussion that's forcing me to say this. Sawyer Isaiah Failing Baxter, son of William and Shelby Baxter. I want to thank my mom and my dad for taking me this far. I love y'all 3000. Jacob Andrew Burkow, Jr., son of Jacob Burkow and Diana Burkow. Thank you to my parents for always supporting me through every late practice, game, or challenging moment at school. And thank you to Coach Weston for guiding me through high school. Justin Lewis Beerworth. To my family, teachers, and friends, thank you for your endless patience, unwavering belief, and constant sacrifices. I could not have reached this high school milestone without your incredible support. Aiden Rosario Boyle, son of I'm so thankful to my parents for everything they've sacrificed for me to be here, my sister for always pushing me to be my best, and my teachers, especially Mr. Sereno, for believing in me all the time. Brooklyn Ray Marie Clark. First, thank you to my amazing family and for always supporting me, no matter what. Second, thank you to my friends for helping me finish high school with a laugh. Bye!
You're amazing, Brooklyn!
Chloe Josette Datar.
Oh, sorry.
Seniors. Chloe Josette Datar. Brandon Datar. Thank you to my mom and the rest of my family for always supporting my goals and ambitions. A special thanks to Mrs. Scott. Jaden Star Diaz, daughter of Jason and Brandon Diaz. Shout out to my parents for making me, and kudos to my sister for being my annoying little shadow. I love you guys forever and always, and I'm excited for the road ahead of us. Alexis Nicole Ellertson. Thank you, Mama and Dada, for supporting me. I love you and Fluffle so much. I'm excited for what the future holds. I know I'm going to accomplish great things. Sebastian Felix. Son of Sergio and Carolina Felix. I want to thank both my parents for cheering me on, and I want to thank my friends for keeping me company. Good luck on your future endeavors. Connection terminated. Marion Regina Bernolis, daughter of Renata and Maureen Bernolis. Thank you, Lord, for the unforgettable high school experience. Thank you to my parents, friends, teachers, and those who believed in me. It was a pleasure going through this journey with all of you. Tristan
Clayton Hastings, son of Thomas and Grace Strauss and Caleb Hastings. First, I would like to thank my parents for all their guidance and support. Then I'd like to thank my friends for keeping me sane throughout the year. Let's Minecraft. Connor B. Landreth, son of James and Spencer Tracy and Mandy Landreth. Thank you to everyone who had to deal with my shenanigans for the past 18 years. I thank my parents and step-parents for being a part of my expedition of life.
Hold on, I got a hurt knee, y'all.
Seniors. Jillian Achihiyang Odiambo. Mom, Dad, thank you for your endless support, guidance, patience, and encouragement. Your belief in me made this graduation possible. Thank you to my teachers, Miss Jones, Major Reynolds, and Miss Roth, for making my senior year an amazing year. Karen Zariah Owens. And Caitlin Owens. I would like to thank my mom, my dad, my sister, and my dog Liko for all the support they've given me over the past 4 years. Isabella Yanette Porto. Brenda Porto. Shout out to the teachers I had for letting me graduate, to my friends for giving me a reason to come to school, and to my parents for preparing me. Rihanna Quinones. Daughter of Ramon and Darylise Quinones. To all my teachers and my parents, thank you for making these years unforgettable. Your support, encouragement, patience, and guidance helped me through every challenge, and I'll always be grateful for everything you've done for me. Hello, Alexander Ragus, son of Christopher and Darlene Ragus. I acknowledge everyone that I am wholly grateful to be spending my last year of high school with. I thank the class of 2026, seniors that I feel overjoyed to call my friends. No one can forget the massive impact that a small family has on them. Ileana Camila Rodriguez. And Leticia Rodriguez. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for being my biggest supporters and dealing with my shenanigans. Thank you to my friends, teammates, and coaches for always being there and pushing me. I'll forever carry these memories. I love you all. Jaden Hector Ruelas. Ruelas. I'm grateful for my teachers, friends, and family. It is because of them that I have learned so much and why I became the person I am today. Seniors. Cameron Marley Sanchez. Crazy how in a world of 9 billion, I managed to be here. I feel so small, yet extraordinary. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ma and Pa. This was something. Marcavius Robert Scott. I'd like to thank Ms. Rowe, Ms. Baxter, Dr. Johnson, and my coaches from each sport. All of these people have made a huge impact in my life. I wouldn't be where I am without them. Tylee Ray Shamoon. Thank you to my mom and my friends who helped me climb this hill and stood by my side every step of the way. Bye-bye, Hohenfels. Smell you later. Lana Josephine Tatum. My parents for everything they've done. Special thanks also to Mrs. Scott, whose incredible support over the last year has made such a difference for me. Kenya Danielle Tucker. To my mom, dad, sister, thank you for your endless love and support through everything. And to my little brother, thank you for always making me laugh, smile, and keep me going every day. Jonas Atticus Zaragoza. Thank you to my parents and Mrs. Roth for getting me through senior year. Seniors. Please join me in applauding the graduating class of 2026.
The HMHS class of 2026 has chosen the Lily of the Valley as its class flower. The Lily of the Valley is a delicate, bell-shaped, white, blue, or pink flower with unusually rich history and layered symbolism that spans cultures, religions, and centuries. Culturally, the flower has been given as a token of luck and happiness since the 16th century. Over time, the Lily of the Valley has been used to symbolize humility, renewal and new beginnings, joy and happiness, love and devotion. The flower also poses a hidden strength. Despite its delicate appearance, the flower is hardy and toxic to ingest. This dual nature represents the inner strength beneath gentleness that can be reflective of our military-connected students. At this time, members of the class of 2026 will present their family members with the flower, a gesture of heartfelt thanks and gratitude. Seniors, after greeting your families, please return to your seats.
The hostility right before we graduate?
Oh. Pardon me?
Always big and brawly, why don't you?
I think that's what I said. Man, how do we always manage to do this perfectly?
Oh, sir.
Nice.
Thank you, families, for your unwavering support and guidance. And finally, we welcome back to the stage Mr. Reniger for the turning of the tassels.
This is a moment that we have all been waiting for. Tylee Shamoon, please come to the stage. In a few moments, all of you will begin another chapter in your lives. May you always experience fair winds and following seas. Godspeed to all of you. On behalf of the Department of War Education Activity and its director, Mr. Paul Kraft, the Department of War Education Activity Europe Director of Student Excellence, Dr. Michelle Howard-Berhaney, Europe East Superintendent, Mr. Patrick Martin, and our Community Superintendent, Dr. Heather Ramalia. I have reviewed and certified your official school transcripts and now have the honor and privilege to announce that you, as members of class of 2026, are now graduates of Hohenfels High School. Graduating class of Hohenfels!
Burger King.
They can't stop us now.
Good job. You're done. You're done.